Hey guys, we're coming back to you today from Mar Countryland. We're here today because up in the distance we found another barn, and we don't know anything about it yet. We just discovered it by searching Google Maps, so we're going to make a trek up through the woods here and see what's inside, maybe get some information on it. And I think up farther too there's also a tree stand by that, so maybe we'll check that out as well. So come along with us as we check out the abandoned remains of this forgotten barn. You can see we don't have an easy trek up to the barn. You can kind of see it up in the distance up there, but we got to go through all this first. And it rained last night and we're going to get pretty wet. But there's only one way to get up there, and just got to bite the bullet and do it. So once we get a little closer, I'll join back up with you. Just to show, this stuff is pretty much waist high. Some spots are even higher. And we're about halfway there. Up there behind those trees is going to be the barn, but we still got to make our way through the rest of this crap. Hopefully it's worth it, but we won't know till we get there. Well, we made a wrong turn, so we got to backtrack a little bit and try and find another way up. It's kind of hard to even see where you're going with all this vegetation. Alright, we finally came across, and it looks to be like an ATV path, and it's headed the right direction, so we're going to keep following it, and hopefully it takes us to the right spot. Alright, after about a 15-minute trek, we finally reached it. You can see it sticking out over the weeds there. Hoping there's some stuff inside that makes it worth coming up here, because we're out of breath, we're wet because it rained last night, all these weeds are wet. And it was an uphill climb, so it wasn't easy, but we wouldn't know what's up here until we actually pushed ourselves to do it, so. So there's our first look at the barn. Looks like part of the roof on the left-hand side is kind of deteriorating. And directly uphill from the barn is that tree stand. So after we check out the barn, maybe we'll head up to that and give that a better look. All right, we had to come around to the back side of it, and we're going through some more tall weeds here, but there is an opening there, so we could definitely get inside. And here's an up-close look at it. Now, this is the second barn I filmed within the recent weeks. If you guys remember, I filmed, I think it's called El Rancho Adolphus beef cattle barn, and that was not too far away from this one. I'll link up that video right now if you want to watch that. That was a much larger barn, had the loft up on top with furniture and some old documents. So, not sure how it's going to compare to this one, but since we're here, we'll check it out. So outside here we got an old, it's like a milk crate or something. And it's nice colored double door. Has a nice weathered look to that. I really like that color. It's like almost like a teal. And it's fairly dark inside, so let me get inside. I'll turn my light on and we'll check it out. Okay, we just stepped inside here. We've got some old breaker boxes and light switches here. And it looks like some two-way cabinets, as well as some old fencing. This part is mildly finished. It has walls and everything, doors. Is that tin?
I'm not sure what it is.
This is tin here.
It's like a concrete, thin concrete.
Yeah, it's almost like concrete sheets. Okay, these look like the feeding troughs here. And just like the last barn, we got some wood rot. Definitely much smaller in here compared to the last one. I don't know if that's feed or what that stuff is. That's like a little chute.
Yeah.
We got a lot of, not a lot, but a few sectioned off areas. This is like a door lock or latch to keep it shut. I guess they had different types of animals in here sectioned off. Maybe something small was in here. Okay, we have, looks like a water line right there. And this looks like the rebar for concrete. Yeah, part of the foundation's falling apart there. So here's a look from inside one of these little sectioned off areas. If you guys know what type of animals may have been in here, maybe pigs. I'm not really, like I mentioned before, not familiar with livestock and raising animals like this, but I always like to try and give my best guess. And here's a long row of sectioned off, I guess these would be feeders. There's another drop down chute. I don't even know if we could get upstairs. I don't see any steps. So we'll have to check it out and see. I don't know if it's even safe to walk up there. A lot of the floor is falling down. And if you notice too, almost every gap here has a bird nest. Almost the whole way through. I have a Coors Light bottle, but it's plastic. I think there's a date on this. We found, as I mentioned, this plastic beer bottle. And if you can see it, it looks like it has a date of October 16. So I'm guessing someone's probably up here just having a little party or something. Won't be fetching a pail of water with that. So there is access right here. There's a little bit of a look. I'll try and reach the camera up there. So we'll see if we can find another way up, maybe from the outside. Might be an area that we missed. Nothing exciting with this barn, unfortunately. It's pretty empty and clearly just used as an area for livestock. And there's that double door I was showing you from the outside. I think that's a highlight for me right there. I just really like that door. Really gives it a rustic look. And you can see the frame of it just kind of sagging down. Alright, we couldn't find any direct access from the outside, but Mike managed to snake his way up there. Now we're not going to go all the way up because it is pretty dangerous, but so I can hand him the camera and he's going to give you a good look as to what's up there.
track with a hoist.
The track goes the whole way on top?
Yep. That was the whole length.
Let's show that from the outside.
There's a ladder over here as well. Goes up to another deck.
Alright, hopefully he gets down safely here. It's a little precarious position there.
Okay.
Well, that's Mike's first official time on camera talking and holding the camera, so make sure you give him a thumbs up for that. So as you saw, it's pretty empty up there. We did see that overhead track, though, that hooks up to that pulley system. I'll show you that from the outside. I'm guessing they probably use that to lift up bales of hay and stack them up inside there, but overall, nothing really exciting, but I'm glad we got to see it, because otherwise we never would have known what was up here. If there was anything in this video that you saw that maybe we missed, feel free to let me know down below. But we're going to head outside. I'll show you that pulley system really quick, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so right there, that's that pulley system that Mike showed you from the inside. It runs on that metal rail. But it's got some pulleys on there and some kind of rail system. I'm guessing that was lift up bales of hay. I'm going to pan out. I'm just going to show you how desolate this area is, though. You can see this is up here in the middle of nowhere. And it wasn't easy to get to. But I'm sure at one point it was probably a very nice farm that was here. Makes for at least a nice photo and a nice setting, and it's peaceful up here. Well, this just goes to show you that when you're exploring, you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not so good. And this is a good example of that. Even though it wasn't exciting, nothing really found inside of it, people still like to see these places that exist, including myself. I wouldn't have been satisfied unless I actually came up here and saw it with my own eyes. So even though it was a little bit of a letdown, it's still a piece of history and something that may not be around forever. And at least this way it's documented and I'm able to share it with everyone. Alright, so that's a look at that smaller forgotten barn. But as mentioned earlier, there is a tree stand up here that was actually visible on Google Maps. So it's been here for a long time. So we're going to trek up the mountain a little higher and we'll give you a look at that. Probably nothing exciting to show, but since we're here, we might as well check it out. Alright, we're at the base of the tree stand here, and as you can see, it's still in pretty good shape. It's got some camouflage tarping up on top of it there, wrapped around, and an inside ladder to walk up, or I should say climb up into it. But the only problem is we were checking it out, there's actually a bee's nest up there in one of the corners of the floor, and there's some bees flying around, so we're not going to risk getting stung and possibly falling down. I'd imagine there's probably nothing inside of that. It's just some lookout windows, and my hunch is that this is still used for hunting. It's in pretty good shape, and it gives you a nice overview up here of the land. In the fall time when this foliage is gone, you probably have a pretty clear line of sight for several hundred yards. If anything, like I said, it's a beautiful area. It's in the wilderness, you know. It's kind of a combination of woods and farmland, country land. I should say countryside, but you know what I mean. But at least you gotta look at it up close. Inside them, it's probably just an empty box. Alright, well I think that's going to do it for today's video. Mike and I made the trek up here and we didn't know what we were going to find, and unfortunately it's not a home run. Not every place we're going to find is going to be a winner, and you don't really know unless you get out there and check it out for yourself. It's better than, I guess you could say, better than not finding anything at all. We got to at least get inside of it, show you around, and showed you the land around it. But thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts on it, let me know. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you get alerts every time I upload a new video. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video.